Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? Can you guys hear us? Drop a comment if the sound is good, if we look good, if our haircuts are still fresh.
There we go.
You guys in here?
Happy 4th of July, everybody. You guys have fun this weekend?
For those people that are based in the U.S., crypto is global, so.
That's right, for all the Americans. Independence Day, freedom.
Any comments? Guys, can you guys hear us? Can you hear us?
Let's see. I don't see any responses or comments.
Yeah.
Which would... sound is good. Okay, we can hear you.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Yeah, Billy. Okay.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
So, for those of you guys that are in the chat right now, if you can go ahead and invite some people, whoever invites the most amount of people to our chat is going to win a token prize today. We're going to give out some tokens. Don't think the sub-only mode is the move. Yeah, okay, so, it's subscribers only mode on the chat. Thank you, the truth.
That means
You never lie.
you all subscribe. Is that why?
No, it's saying that they have to be a subscriber for them to chat.
Okay, well, one button. There we go. Is that why? The setting was that today. Okay.
Can we edit the...
We'll have to restart it. So
Hmm?
I don't think so. We'll have to restart this. So we got some, okay, it's coming up, people coming in. Oh, I get it now. So people checked out so they can go and subscribe. I got it. They came back in.
Oh, is that what?
I guess so. Welcome
Okay.
back. Welcome back, y'all. There we go.
Yeah, the truth, we'd have to change the settings and restart the entire thing. Yeah, it's just for this AMA. Appreciate it. Okay, so guys, go ahead and make your invitations. We are going to give away 100 AVEX tokens to whoever invites the most amount of people and has them comment your Telegram name, your Telegram username in the chat. Okay, so go ahead and start inviting.
I like this program.
I like it too. Let's see how many people we can get inside of this stream right now. 100 AVEX tokens, that's almost $500, something like that.
I like the last winner. We had an interview with them.
Fabian. So the last one was Joshua Smiley.
No, Joshua as well, but Fabian we had on air.
Fabian was pretty
cool. We had a small clip of his statements that was posted on Telegram. So hope you guys saw that. It was actually very nice. Okay. We should have some sort of gimmick. A lot of these podcasts have a gimmick, like they eat hot sauce or they drink coffee.
we do something like that.
Everybody recommend the gimmick that we should have,
Yeah. Thank you guys for being in the chat. I see people are inviting others. If you're inviting people for whatever reason today, I think it's because of our settings, just go ahead and have them subscribe to the channel and then leave a comment with your name, your username, on Telegram, so that we can make sure that we shoot you over a message and we're able to coordinate the token distribution to you. So whoever invites the most amount of people today in the chat is going to win 100 AVEX tokens. That's almost $500. So, this will be the quickest $500 you win. There's 16 people in the chat. So you 16, if you want to win close to $500 worth of AVEX tokens, go ahead and invite as many people as you can. Tell them to get on right now and to comment in the chat your Telegram username so that I can reach out to you and that we can make sure that we distribute the tokens. 100 AVEX tokens, got your name on it. So we got 17 people in the chat. Cool. So let's keep this going for maybe another minute or so, and then we're going to get right into it. Yeah. In the meanwhile, how are you doing today, Vons?
Me?
CEO, Mr. Vons, Rogelio Vons Santos, I guess. Yeah?
That's right.
Yeah.
Vons with a V and then a Z.
Where are you from, Vons? Where are you from?
I'm Filipino. Yes. I'm Filipino.
So you were born in the Philippines?
And I was born in the U.S.
Where?
LA.
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 Okay.
Big city of dreams.
Nice. Cool. And then did you grow up? Where'd you grow up?
A lot of places. I grew up a little bit in the Philippines. I grew up in a little bit in Canada, a little bit in Staten Island, mostly
Right.
New Jersey.
Okay.
So made my rounds.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you. Okay. Nice. Okay, guys, we're about to get started. For those 18 of you that are watching right now, I'm just going to give you the challenge one last time. Invite as many people as you can to this AMA right now. Send them the link, tell them to hop on, and tell them to subscribe to the Aevolve channel so that they're able to leave a comment in the chat. And in the chat, just have them put your Telegram username, okay? If they put your Telegram username, then and you're the person who's mentioned the most, then we will reach out to you via Telegram and we will coordinate a token distribution. 100 AVEX tokens. It's almost $500. Will go directly into your crypto wallet. So it'll be the quickest way for you to make some money. I see a few of you dropped off. That means you're probably sending out links to people, which is awesome. This episode, or this AMA, is AMA number 10. This one's going to be done. This is a little more, I'd say, interesting episode, because the whole purpose of this episode, this AMA, is to basically tell you why you shouldn't buy AVEX token. Okay? Why you shouldn't join our community, why you shouldn't even think about purchasing the AVEX token, why this is all probably just a big elaborate sham. And
are we making our own FUD? Are we our own FUD?
No, yeah. It's fear, uncertainty, disaster, doubt. Sorry, fear, uncertainty, doubt. My goal today is to bring up a number of questions that cast doubt into your hearts and minds, to have you feel that fear. Like, are these guys really who they say they are? Is this token really going to do what it's supposed to do? Is this platform that they say they're building, is that real? Does it exist? And that's, I thought of this because I wanted to put myself in the mind of the individual that's just hearing about us, or for those of you that have been tuning into the AMA but still haven't joined the community, still haven't grabbed their first AVEX token. So hopefully we can bring about some fear as a result of this AMA, some uncertainty, and some doubt. So that's the goal. So tell us at the very end if we've succeeded. And we're going to do entirely just that. We've already had a few people drop off, so I feel like I'm succeeding now.
Your plan is great, Sam. It's genius. Really.
It's awesome. We're just going to tank this thing,
Wow. All right.
So, who's ready for us to begin this FUD-filled AMA episode? You guys ready? Anybody give me a thumbs up or type in the comments that you're ready to be afraid. Afraid and flipped out.
All right,
you guys good? Okay, nobody's commenting. I really think that we should have fixed that subscribers only thing. So for the first thing I'm going to bring up, honestly, is like this thing is complicated, bro.
Okay.
Like I've been on this team officially for maybe about 2 months now.
Yes.
And I still don't get everything that's
Yes.
going on. Like every time I talk to you, it's like, it's awesome. It's like, wow, I'm talking to a smart guy that's worked for a long time with he and his co-founders.
Right.
But I'm still confused about some things that you guys are doing. So please, like, why is it so freaking complicated? Why can't you just give us something simple? Maybe simple tokenomics, a simple understanding as to why the value of this token that I'm invested in is going to go up.
Yes.
You know, like just even with the whole pharma thing, like why can't you kind of simplify it instead of going on these long rants about why you guys think you're going to change the world? Because
okay, so I'm gonna
it's freaking complicated.
I'm gonna try to simplify this. Okay, so
go ahead, confuse us more.
So I created a formula here. So okay, it goes like this. Okay, big pharma equals greedy. All right, so now what happens is this results in like sad people. All right. All right, so I'm pretty sure. So what's happening?
Wait, can you show that again? What is that?
So this diagram is very complicated, but okay, this is big pharma.
Yeah.
Equals greedy, and the result is sad people. Okay, so
so I understand that.
Yes.
So how are you?
So you got this part.
How are you like?
Is this less complicated now?
No. Hold on.
Right,
like, how are you working to make sure that we look more like this?
Okay,
right?
so,
like, how are you going to make sure that we do that?
Okay. So
tell us how you fix that without making it so freaking complicated.
I'm not going to make
because
it
you do that. You do it a lot.
Really? That's
and it actually stresses me out when we're not on these AMAs. And we're just talking and you're commanding me and telling me what to do.
Yes.
I get confused.
Yes. Okay.
It's been 2 months. I've read your white paper 5 times and I still don't get what it is that you guys are totally doing.
So what's going to happen
is explain it, please.
So you start off with the sad person. I'm going to do a timeline, okay?
Okay.
So this timeline starts with the sad person and then he needs medicine and Aevolve makes that happen and then he becomes happy. So this is actually, to simplify this formula, it's basically they need something, which is medicine. Aevolve makes it happen, and that smile takes place. So you see, that's how we go from there to here.
All right. So now, honestly, I feel like you're insulting mine and my people's intelligence because I invited a lot of these people.
I'm just kidding.
So can you not make it so simple? Just don't make it too complicated.
Yes,
Tell me, why is it that you guys have made this entire ordeal complicated? It takes forever to read through your damn white paper. I'm sorry.
You know what? This is horrible. So here's how it goes. All right. It is unfortunately a complicated problem that we're solving. This is actually this is the second largest industry in the planet, right? Okay. Pharmaceuticals, biotech is trillions of dollars. So at the end of the day, there is a very sophisticated process. In the United States alone, it's a $60 million minimum to go into multiple stages of trials. Anything with that much money, all right, and that much complexity is inherently sophisticated in nature. However, while there is a sophisticated system, keep in mind, I believe that our approach isn't that tough. Really, it boils down to one key understanding. The reason why we can change the system, the reason why we will have an impact is because both the big pharmas and the venture capitalists underneath that layer, they all make their money the same way at the end of the day. How? By selling medicine to patients.
Okay, understood.
And so Aevolve will simply communicate to patients the technologies that these scientists and these researchers and these firms have developed. At the end of the day, we are simply going from innovator to the direct user. That's it. 1, 2. And in between all that is literally a purchase and a transaction. They receive their medicine at the right time when it's fulfilled. And what happens in between there? The transaction happens with AVEX token. We simply removed the complexity, as a matter of fact.
So are you saying that you guys are essentially just
removing all that crap.
marketing for an e-commerce store, essentially.
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
We are marketing for an e-commerce store. Biosphere is in essence, yes. We are actually a platform for marketing products for biotech companies. But the difference is this. The difference is that there's much more sophistication, legal work. There's a lot of things that you have to get over because we are in the biotech space.
Okay.
We're dealing with FDA, and keep in mind, we have to do a lot of workarounds because we're dealing with products that touch people's lives. There's ingestion. This is FDA review type of things.
Right.
So there's limitations in how we market. There's workarounds in the way we have to get this thing out into a global platform.
So I'm assuming that the way you're going to go global is by kind of blockchain, right? Blockchain technology and the token, so that you don't have to, like, is borderless, right?
Yes.
And so I guess it makes action easier for people all over the world that want to go ahead and treatment that is available on the
let's put it this
crypto
way.
e-commerce store.
A medical technology is FDA approved in a jurisdiction. So, for example, if I have a technology approved in Italy, doesn't mean I can just sell it in America right away.
No, right?
No, not at all.
You can't.
Right, unless of course that product is reapplied in the US FDA system, right? And then they can go ahead and take advantage of that product there.
Okay.
And so what does Aevolve do? Well, Aevolve will allow the awareness of such a technology. And let's say, for example, that small firm has an amazing tech, let's say sitting in a different part of the world.
Right.
And all of a sudden, because of our engine, because of the social influencers, because of our marketing, that we help lift these biotech companies out of obscurity, right?
Okay.
What ends up happening? All of a sudden, they can run a program in Aevolve and say, hey, let's bring it to the US market, funded by the patients. Let's not wait for VCs to approve this. Let's not wait for so-and-so to go ahead and do this. At the end of the day, they'll still do the legal process. They'll still run through this thing, but financing will happen at the will of the people. Now, that's that. To simplify all of that, at the end of the day, just put in your mind is that we are putting the innovators directly in touch with the patients. And by doing this, we can create a whole bunch of mechanisms.
Okay. I got you. But like, if this is so innovative, if you and Mark and Andy and your team of like tens and tens of people that are all over the world, if you guys think you're so smart, then why is it that you guys haven't, why don't you have institutional investors backing this? Why don't you have big money throwing everything that they have at this? Why are you talking to retail investors like us? Why are you talking to regular people? Why are you having us, like, why are we even doing these AMAs? Just go ahead and create a pitch deck and go talk to the rich people and have them put money behind it. If it's so innovative and what you guys are doing is so impressive, if you worked a whole 3 years.
Well, in fairness, for the last 10 years, we've had pitch decks and rich people support our biotech company initiatives. And a lot of them actually did put money in to make sure that the Aevolve project was born. So yes, that was there. At the same time, to get it to the point where it makes sense to actually have people appreciate this project. The ABEX token is an invitation to actually to not just participate in our movement, but they gain benefit from the billions of dollars that will pass included from these biotech companies. So institutional investors, as a matter of fact, if you take a look at our structured products out there on the Swiss markets and the things that we've developed, there's a lot of news on that in the STIX exchange. Well, guess what? We actually developed products for institutional investors. And they are actually lined up to come in. But at the same time, the people come first. If we're going to make a crypto project, we must show that crypto believes in this. The crypto community must adopt, because I will tell you right now, this is if we're making a bold statement that we want to go ahead and take on a big pharma, the greed, and all that stuff, we need to solve this issue right here, right? If we're going to do that, Aevolve cannot do this alone. So, what is the community? What are social influencers? What has transformed banks and governments, got them all riled up to the point where the ones that said we will not support crypto are now banks that are now creating crypto accounts. So, it's the crypto community. They've led transformation, and I am betting on the crypto community to help lead this transformation.
But you guys have been around for a while. And look,
What's
we
a while?
got 19 people listening to this AMA. People clearly like, are you resonating? Do you not see that you're not? Like, what are you doing for the marketing? What are you guys doing for just to get this thing moving?
Sure.
You're talking about bringing on board the crypto community.
Yes.
But we're obviously not with it. You guys have been around for a little while.
Really?
Like, tell me, like,
Let me ask you something. How many cryptocurrencies have you evaluated yourself?
I have evaluated over 1,500, close to 2,000.
Really? And you made a lot of money in those, yes?
I made a yes.
That's amazing. And you would say that you are one with this crypto community, yes?
For sure.
Good. What are you doing here?
Listen.
I believe because you're a smart individual and you understand what we are, I am willing to bet that the crypto community, with all the genius that it has created in terms of innovating in game-changing solutions,
Yeah.
people supporting them, people understanding them, diving and making money off them, I believe that there will be plenty of them that we seek out to actually that will find this project and resonate. I just want to say this. I've done a lot of things where I've led international protests, believe it or not, right? And when I start off on the microphone into a crowd that in the beginning would call me an alarmist and say, no one's listening to you. Out of 1,000 people, I may get the attention of 10. I'm speaking to those 10. Out of 100 people, 20 will rise up after those 10. I'm looking for the few that will understand and believe, because those few become the many. And a transformation like this is absolutely essential, and that's why we're doing a 90-day AMA.
Okay, that's cool. You're plucking at our heartstrings. That's awesome.
Well,
You've done that the past several AMAs.
Okay.
But like, there are those of us that are analytical, and we want answers. Like, what? Like, we want to know about the tokenomics. We want to know about wall distributions. We want to know about
Awesome.
the measures that you have in place to protect those of us that want to buy into your token.
Very good.
And so, like, what are you guys even work like I want to know what you guys are working on. Like, and don't throw me off by mentioning stuff about the Swiss and an ISIN and institutional investors and stuff. Like, stay on the topic.
You asked me the question regarding institutional investors.
Okay, whatever. I'm just saying, like, I have a lot of frustrations as an investor, and I want to know what you guys are doing to make sure that we moon.
Okay, so let's
it's very simple.
Let's talk about the issue that you had regarding the token that you supported, that you were part of a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So what was the problem? They went up they hit $1 million and
they hit $1 million in like 48 hours. Yeah.
And
then they crashed into their grave.
Why?
Because bots destroyed them and whales.
Oh, so there's now a threat.
Yes, it's like Terminator.
So there's bots out there that are literally threatening new tokens being issued out into the DeFi space.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So the beautiful thing about our team is that if you listen to the former AMAs, the reason why we were so embedded in crypto during the Pharma project is because we actually built our own arbitrage platforms, ways to actually fund ourselves. We were very good. The fact that before I even met the core OGs of the crypto community, our claim to fame was we actually had that arbitrage system. It was very sophisticated. It was homegrown.
So when you're saying an arbitrage system, what are you talking about?
What that means is that we have the propensity and technological capacity to actually create countermeasures regarding new algorithms that would attack our token. When the threat came to be real regarding bots that are actually attacking these things, we built a counterbot. So these counterbots are actually technologies that we've developed internally, proprietary, that literally will actually prevent a major bot attack on our token. Some of the wall distributions that you're seeing right now are literally designed as part of this countermeasure. So while there may be a conversation on how it looks like when it's allocated, the truth is this. We actually have a solution and that will protect the community. And that's why it is the way it is.
Okay, but how?
Would you like to draw the chart?
No. So seriously, like, how do I know that? Because I only came on board a couple months ago. Honestly, I didn't know you guys before then, right? You guys have been building this for 3 years. How do I know that you and your cronies aren't going to rug pull on me and my friends?
That's a good question.
We want to know that.
That's a good question. How would you answer that?
I'm asking you.
I'm asking you as well. I'm curious because at the end of the day, the rug pull scenario, it's based on. In fact, you can actually watch the wallets that are doing these things. So these are based on a very specific liquidity pool rebalancing, right? So that actually means that when we run these bots, they're really coming only from one particular source. So by monitoring it, you'll actually see the money and the balances recycling back to the LP, and that's gonna give you the answer in terms of how it actually feeds into that major balance into the liquidity pool. Translation, whatever is outstanding, will actually be 100% in the LP by the end of the week.
Okay, so would you be cool with or scared of doing some sort of a breakdown for us as to how that works in the coming week or two?
Absolutely. No. Like I think that's better to do it that way.
You're not scared of that.
Why would I be scared of that?
I don't know, because shady people. Get scared.
So
and I'm not saying that you're shady. I'm just saying
what I love
like,
is we have a thing called.
There's a lot of words.
We have a thing called Excel sheets, and the Excel sheets help us to determine the financial models that actually keep this thing stable. So
because I've got questions and like I need answers. You know what I mean? I've been reading your stuff and talking to you the past couple months, and so
this whole fun style it's kind of nerve wracking.
I hope it is. I hope it is because I'll tell you something, Vance. I stand for the people, for all 20 people that are listening right now. I stand for them.
I stand for them.
And so
you got that wrong, brother.
Okay, I believe these AMAs address that. The core team is very visible, can be researched. They are not hiding.
That's also true. That's another answer as well. That's another answer. In terms of
would you be willing to publicly post your address, your home address?
I did that, but it was actually your address.
so that if we just want to make sure that we're protected.
For a good time, call Sam, man.
Okay, so in regards to price action, why aren't we seeing right now, real like drastic movements, I guess, in the price of the token?
Yes.
Like, do you guys not have a marketing budget? Are you guys just kind of just floating around in mid? Like, what are you doing?
So I will admit that in terms of our initial launches during the COVID time, we actually kind of paused our activity. What we did was we took on a brand new digital marketing lead, and he can actually explain his strategy there. Let me just call him over. Okay, so Sam, tell us. In fairness, the price action actually that's going to be determined regarding our efforts and our work here, right? One of the important things to understand is the price action and wallet distribution are very, very much correlated, right? And so when you look at the ERC token, as we speak today, there's approximately around 260 wallets and a lot less on the BSC smart chain side. And so, at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is a lot of tokens will do a massive airdrop onto like 1 million, 2 million wallets that actually don't give a crap about those tokens.
Sure.
Right? It creates an illusion of a market cap. And so what ends up happening is these tokens are literally just there, right?
Sure.
And so they have a very fancy set of numbers. But the wonderful thing about our setup right now is at least we know that the wallet holders that we have are real people. These are actual those that have acquired it. Now, Dimi, you asked about regarding the ERC20 converter. Yes, we are launching the ERC20 converter. Hold on a second. So in terms of his scenario, there is going to be a bridge. There's going to be an announcement on technical upgrade. But in terms of having the liquidity there, we even if we launched the liquidity pool right now, it would actually compromise the other strategy to protect the volume growth, right? So as far as we're concerned, Demi, please do not be too concerned because the converter will be up within this. What's today's date? Today is July. So definitely before the end of the month is over, there will be liquidity activity there, and more than likely we'll actually have a new pull up anyways on the ERC side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that brings a sense of relief, but still, I got more questions, bro.
Yeah, you do.
Don't.
We hit our 30-minute mark already, though.
So you're dodging.
We can do a part two.
Yeah, no, I guess like I also want to know on the Aevolve side, like what people do you actually have outside of yourself and the other co-founders that we mentioned that like are already in the industry or have come from the industry that support Aevolve, right?
So, like I said before, many people from our Amylex and biotech companies have actually have become part of the Aevolve team intrinsically. So we have scientists, researchers. You know, at the end of the day, we have patents out there. You can check my name as well, and you can see patents and applications out there in different countries, and on Amylex as well. And just read all the scientists on the patents. That's part of our team, you know. And some of these scientists, they're pretty famous. So it's not like they're famous in their respective industry, right? So they're not like.
Do you guys have board members?
Yes,
do you guys have, you know, I don't know, advisors that are notable that we can point to?
Yeah. So our advisors and our board members, I mean, we are very much in the biotech space, right? In the pharma space. So, like when I mentioned to you the former CEO of City Financials, he's also a very heavy biotech investor. And so his
who's the former CEO of City? This is Citibank, like the
Citibank. City Financials is the lending arm of Citibank.
Okay.
Yeah. So Michael Knapp, right? So Michael Knapp, along with DeClaro on the Wyatt side, before it was acquired by Pfizer. We have our guys from GlaxoSmithKline, and whatever. We have many. You can actually look up on our biotech company, etc. The patents that we have a lot of names there.
So there are a lot of names, and you mentioned kind of institutional investors and people that are lined up, ready to kind of go head first into what it is that you guys are building.
Well, we built institutional backing, yes.
Right. So I guess my question is, so are you saying that you're just waiting for, or not waiting, but actively working towards building up some sort of volume and interest in the token on the retail investor side?
I think the positive thing to understand is that if the token doesn't get adopted today, it will absolutely get adopted once we bring in the biotech companies in the project, right? That's the most important thing to understand, because in terms of what we're doing, you kind of said it pretty clearly. Is it an e-commerce site, right? As an e-commerce site, what are we offering? We're offering a listing of innovative technologies that are going to be proprietary to our system, which means if there's a treatment that we're going to release for, let's say, ALS or whatever unique disease it is out there,
okay,
and it'll be only available through us, and it'll only pass through the AVEX token. And if we're phasing off the shitcoin market and then going into a brand new era or whatnot, at the end of the day, our driving value is not the token speculation. It is patience and the technologies. The opportunity for people today is to actually is to hold these tokens to actually gain exposure to a multi-billion-dollar movement in medical.
Okay, so like in my mind, what I'm thinking as like the casual layperson, I would think that the value or whatever these tokens are sitting at right now are the cheapest they'll ever be, considering, absolutely. I mean, if you're saying that the moment these biotech companies, which you already know are going to be listed onto your platform,
that is correct,
are definitely going to bring in that revenue, and that revenue is going to pass through the token, and then therefore, the market cap is going to be a multiple of that, and obviously more tokens are going to be distributed, so there's that effect that you have to calculate. So you're saying the price is going to be more?
I mean, logically, yes. I mean, it would have to follow that same supply demand scenario, right? In other words, if your demand is based on a market pressure this big and your supply is this much, then then price pushing the price action is by default.
All right. I mean, listen,
That
I had these questions written. You did okay for this AMA. I am going to ask you more questions tomorrow. So those of you that have really specific, hard questions that I can grill this guy about to make sure that he's not scamming us,
Yes.
right? Send them over to me on Telegram at Avex4, the number 4, life. Okay, that's my account. Just message me and send me your questions so that we can get this guy, because like I want to know what it is that what we're waiting for, what it is that we can look forward to, because claiming that this is not a
rose time.
No, because listen, you're claiming that this is not like any other crypto project.
That's right.
And that this is something that people are able to believe in.
It's not just any other crypto project. This is the most important crypto project today.
Okay. I mean, that's a bold claim. Me and a lot of the other folks that are sitting in this chat have made a good amount of money in crypto and in a number of other different projects that, quite honestly, are shit projects, right?
That's right.
And so,
shit projects.
I mean, you're making really bold claims. I would definitely like to grill you tomorrow and to see why that's the case. And I need numbers, I need data, and I need analytics. I need all of that stuff.
Let's get the digital marketing guy to set this up properly.
Yeah. I mean, we can definitely do that. The last thing I'm going to say is one of the questions, guys, that I had received from somebody to help me come up with questions today to create this FUD for you guys, to make sure that you guys don't purchase the AVEX token. FUD, by the way, is fear, uncertainty, doubt. One of the questions was in regards to price action, and Dimmy said earlier, he wanted to know about the volume and the volume seeming dry. Well, I can answer that the full marketing rollout has not taken place just yet. We haven't even started. We had a couple brand awareness campaigns, which were essentially just a couple events that we ran. Right now, we're just getting out the word, letting people know that there's a movement that's about to begin. But for those of you that are holding tokens, I mean, I would highly suggest that this is something that we would want to hold till the first biotech company lists anyways. And so this is a long journey that we're going to be. When I mean long in the crypto sense. 6 months is not long at all in any other market.
That's right.
So, guys, in regards to price action, here's what I'm going to do for all of you guys that are listening, the 19. Today, I am going to reach out to a lot of my friends at other major crypto groups and telegrams and YouTubers, and I'm going to start a little bit of that push tomorrow. So you can go ahead and watch what happens with the chart, but we're going to get a little movement going tomorrow, and that's just at will. Okay, so when we need to activate that, we can activate that, but it's a matter of timing. You don't just do this whenever. So those of you that are waiting and uncertain, join the ride with us. This is a 3-year plan that was put into place. Yeah. So just join the community. Trust. If you don't trust, that's fine. Send me your questions so I can grill this guy who's made super bold claims. And let's see if we can expose them. Let's expose these guys. Let's expose them. All right. So we appreciate you. Join our Telegram at it's t.me/buyavex. And send it out to all of your friends. Check out our token on PancakeSwap. I highly suggest you check it out tonight as opposed to tomorrow night, because you might miss out. Okay. All right. Bye.
We will announce tomorrow. Today's winners tomorrow. All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys. AVEX for life.
AVEX for life.